Good morning, dear students. So, how are you all? I hope you all must be safe, fine, and healthy at your home. So, this is the first class of this day. So, quickly, all of you get ready with your book, copy, and pen, and let us start our class. So, before going to start our class, I have something for you. So, let me show you what is that I have brought for you all. So you have to say something that it is sweeter than honey, and it is sweeter than honey, it is hotter than sun, and the king needs it, but beggar has it, and whoever eats it dies. Then what is it? Can anyone tell me? Think. So it is something which is sweeter than honey, hotter than sun, and the king needs it. We all know that king, they do not need anything, but this is the thing that the king needs, but a beggar who has nothing but has it, and whoever eats it dies. Then what is the thing? Okay, quickly think and tell me, what is this? What is the thing that I am talking about right now? Listen, all of you, open your copy, start writing. Writing is a must. So quickly I have to answer this question. So the answer is nothing. So in this chapter we are just discussing about a person who has nothing. So here answer is nothing. Nothing is sweeter than honey, because honey is the most sweetest thing that we have on this earth. So nothing is sweeter than honey, and nothing is hotter than sun, and the king needs nothing, because the king has everything that he wants, and a beggar has nothing. And finally, one who eats, means every day if we will eat nothing, then no doubt we will all die. So with this, let me welcome you all. I am Kadambini Nayak from Government High School, Khandagiri, Bhubaneswar, Khordha, and here I welcome you all to this online YouTube English class. So we have already started one class in the last session. The name of the chapter, as you all know, is The Beggar, and in this chapter we have 3 parts to discuss. So let me remind what are the things that we discussed in this chapter. Number 1, the name of the chapter. What is it? The beggar. I hope you all must have your book. This is a big chapter. So just open your book. That will help you to understand what I am saying, and with that you will get all the questions, and that will help you to answer the questions that we are going to discuss in this particular class. So number 1, we discussed about the beggar, name of the chapter, the beggar, and the writer and the author. Who is the author? Anton Pavlovich Chekhov. Try to remember the spelling. It is quite essential, as this person doesn't belong to India. So the name, those are very difficult and different. So it's your duty to remember the spelling with proper pronunciation. So number 1, name of the chapter, The Beggar. Number 2, name of the writer, Anton Pavlovich Chekhov. And number 3, there are 3 parts in this chapter, and we discussed part 1 in the last class, and today we are going to discuss the second part of the chapter, The Beggar, of your skills of communicative English, non-detailed second text. Okay, so let us start. Let me ask you a few questions from this chapter to know whether you have learnt in the last class properly or not. So what are the questions that I am going to write? I hope all of you will write in your copy. No one should cheat, and I will say to your teachers to watch, means to see your copies whether you have really written the answers and the questions. Listen, you have to write the question and answer. So first question is, who are the characters in this story? So raise your hand, who can say? Yes, you tell me who are the characters. So this story started from the beggar. Can you tell me the name? No, it is not mentioned in the chapter in part 1. So number 1 character, the beggar, and number 2 character is Mr. Sergei. See, so some people they call it as Sergei, some says Sergei. listen, as it is a name, we can pronounce it in any way, no problem. You can say it as Sergei or Sergei, both are correct because it is a name. And next, second question, which country are they from? Are they from means which country are they means these two characters, Mr. Sergei and the beggar. So they are from Russia. Russia, not Russia. Say Russia. Number 3 question, how does the beggar look like? How does the beggar look like? Can anyone tell me what are the adjectives that the writer has used in this chapter for this particular person, the beggar? How does the beggar look like? Dull, drunken eyes, red spot on either cheeks. I said that this is a country, cold country, so there is red cheeks on either, red spot on either cheeks. Now what did the beggar need? This was the problem. He needed some money for what? For having some food. Finally, what did the advocate offer him? So at the end of this part 1, we have already discussed that this person, Mr. Sergei, solved the problem of the beggar by offering him one job, that is the job of chopping wood. Wood chopping was the job that Mr. Sergei or advocate offered to the beggar. So in this way we discussed part 1. Now it's time to discuss part 2. So let us, all of you, open your book, part 2, and let us see how this part begins. And as I said in the beginning, every part you will find one time, place, characters, problem, and finally comes the solution. Now let us see what is the time, what is the place, and who are the characters, those who are there in this particular part, and what is the problem that they all are suffering from, and finally how do they get the solution. Now let us move to the next part and discuss part 2, The Beggar, written by Anton Pavlovich Chekhov, and here you will get the key points. So let me discuss how this part starts. So Mr. Sergei entered with the beggar and he called Olga. Why did he call Olga? Olga, just take this gentleman to the wood shed. Here gentleman means who? The beggar. So Mr. Sergei calls the beggar as the gentleman here. So then what happened? The scarecrow. See, you all must have seen this scarecrow in the farm that the farmer puts to save his cornfield. So now listen, the scarecrow means it refers to the beggar and he just shrugged. Shrug means raise a little to the shoulder, raise a little like this, and with perplexity. In this part you will find so many difficult words, so mind the pronunciation and meaning. So perplexity means in confusion. So who is in confusion? Beggar or Olga? Beggar is in confusion because he has to now chop the wood. So listen, what are the activities that the beggar is doing right now? Just have a look. So in this part, another character entered, that is Olga. In the previous part, we have only 2 characters, Mr. Sergei and the beggar. Now another third one came, that is Olga. Who was that? Olga was the cook. Whose cook? Mr. Sergei's cook. And now these 2 persons, scarecrow and the scarecrow means the beggar and Olga, they were going to chop wood. But this man went irresolutely, means having no interest. So who doesn't have interest? The scarecrow means the beggar, and no consent found from his gait. Gait means manner of walking. So Olga saw that this man having nothing to eat, very poor but not interested to work at all, and finally also he was very hungry, but still he is, and also was undermined by vodka. Vodka means alcoholic drink, strong alcoholic drink, and undermined means decreased because of this vodka. His interest and his power was decreased. Then Olga glared wrathfully. Glare means looked angrily, wrathfully means again angrily. So who gave this look? This Olga gave this look. To whom? To the beggar. Why? Because the beggar is not interested to work. Though he was hungry, though he was poor, he has nothing to eat. Then the pseudo teacher. See how many different names the writer has given to this particular person, the beggar. Number one, he said suppliant, suppliant. Then he says mendicant. Suppliant means one who gives the one who have humble request. Then mendicant, the beggar. Then here he says the scarecrow. Here he says pseudo teacher, means pretending a teacher, but in real he was not a teacher. And then he says that the pseudo teacher sat, means sat itself, sat himself just like a statue and on a log, resting his fist on his red cheeks. Means it signifies that this beggar has no interest at all to do any hard work. Then the woman flung down an axe that it is used to cut or chop the wood. Now this Olga, the woman, listen, who is the woman? This woman is Olga. Olga just flung down, means throw the axe and just requested the beggar to work hard. The beggar tried to chop wood, but he could not. Why? Because he was just severing with his freezing hands. Yes, another picture came here. So now your doubt is cleared. This one is scarecrow. You must have seen in villages how this is the farmers they used to save their cornfield from animals and the birds. So with a freezing hand, freezing means very cold, they are living in a cold country, that's why his hands are very freezing, so he could not do anything. So this is somehow one part of this story, part 2, and then after seeing all these things from the dining room of Mr. Sergei, Sergei was not satisfied. You just see how Sergei reacted. Sergei felt very sorry and ashamed. He was not happy and now he was not angry at all on the beggar. Now why he was very sorry and ashamed? So 3 points you will find. So here 1 point, having said a spoiled, just mark the words spoiled, drunken, sick man. Who is this spoiled, drunken, sick man? The beggar. So now Mr. Sergei, he thought that I did something wrong that I should not have done. But suddenly after an hour, Olga came and declared that the wood had all been chopped. You just see how it is written. Olga declared the wood had all been chopped. She didn't say that the beggar chopped all the wood. She says that the wood had all been chopped. In a passive sentence it is written, then what happened? Sergei was satisfied. So in the beginning Sergei felt sorry, ashamed. Why? Because having set a spoiled and drunken and sick man into a manual work, some physical work. But after an hour, when Olga declared that all the wood had been chopped, then half a ruble was given to this beggar. You just see how the situation changes suddenly from one part to another part. Means there came a difference between the situation and in the mindset of this advocate Mr. Sergei. Next what happened? So I have divided this part into three different elements. So number 1, just before the work, and one in the middle of the work, and another is after the work. So Sergei's reaction before work and Sergei's reaction after work. So previously Sergei saw that this beggar is not at all interested to do any work, so he felt sorry and ashamed. But after this he found the situation was something different, and when Olga said that all the wood had all been chopped, then half a ruble. Listen, half a ruble was given to the beggar on every first day of the month, the waif. Another word used for beggar here is the waif. So here the waif, you can see here the waif. Waif means the beggar. One who is having a homeless person. One who is a homeless person is known as a waif. So this beggar has no home on his own. So the writer called him as waif. So finally Sergei declares that if this person will come to us on every first day of the month, then we will find some work for him. So you just see what are the works that this beggar did on every first day of month. On first day of every month, number one is shovel snow. So what does it mean? Who can say shovel son? How snow is shovel? Shovel is one instrument. As you can see here, this instrument is known as shovel. But here comes, this is one activity, one action. It is one verb. Shovel means, as it is a cold country, what happens in their country, the roads are become full of snow. So the vehicles cannot run, they also cannot run. So every morning they have to do this activity, and people they are appointed to do this activity, and this activity is known as the shoveling the snow. So this is the thing that the beggar was assigned to do. So number one is to shovel snow, then put the wood shed in order. So they use wood for what? For burning and to get some warmth for them, as they are living in a cold country. So all these works the beggar did, and he earned some money. What is next? Beat dust out of the rocks and mattresses, means cleaning the house. And next, for all these things, when the beggar came and did all these things, then he was given 20 to 40 kopecks. According to the work, Sergei, the advocate, gave this much of money to this beggar. And finally the beggar somehow did and get somehow the beggar got some earning and satisfied his hunger. So not only these things, but also a pair of old trousers was also given to the beggar. Okay, so in this way the time went on. Once it happened, while the advocate, Mr. Sergei, just moved to a new house, he did some laborers for what? For packing and for just another word you will find here, hauling. Hauling means to pull and drag, bohiva, different things to take from one place to another. The beggar was hired. He hired the beggar. You just see in this part you will find so many difficult words and very interesting words also. If you want, you can use these words in your daily life. So the beggar just was hired for packing and hauling the furniture by whom? By Mr. Sergei. And the beggar, now just see, there came a change in the behavior of the beggar that Sergei found. Sergei found that this man was very different in the first part, but now he became sober. Sober means serious, means one who is interested to work, and gloomy means depressed, not just arguing in different occasions, and silent. So these are the changes that came in the behavior of this person, the beggar. And also he has no objection to do any hard work, but previously he was not interested to do anything, but now he has an interest to do. So Sergei was satisfied. So when the master is satisfied, then he will give some reward to the servant. So like this, he first asked his name. You just see how the story is going. Till now Sergei has not asked the beggar his name. So here Sergei is asking, what is your name? And the beggar is replying that my name is Laskov. So we have already completed half of the story, but we do not know what is the name of the beggar. Now we came to know that the name of the beggar is Laskov. So from next we will call the beggar as Laskov, but for you, for your exam, remember the spelling, which is very important and difficult also. L-U-S-H, Lask, K, then O-F-F, Laskov. Then he asked, Mr. Sergei asked to Laskov, do you know writing? Can you write? And Laskov says, Yes, I can write. So he means Mr. Sergei sent Luskov to one of his friend. For what? To get some cleaner employment. So all these things that the beggar was doing, those were not cleaner employment. Employment means job. So all these were not cleaner employment. Now Sergei sent Luskov to his friend for a cleaner employment. So in this way, you just see how this person, the beggar, changed from one type of behavior to another type of behavior. Now let us see what is there for you next. So next I have one activity for you all. Before that, as we discussed what is the time and what is the place and who are the characters in this part and what was the problem. As we have already discussed the chapter, I hope you can fill these 5 points as I said all the time. If you can understand what is the time, what is place, who are the characters and what is the problem and how the problem is get solved, then you can understand the story easily and answer the questions in your exam. Remember, you have to write everything whatever I have written on this mat board. If you cannot write, then just give some space. After this class, you will again just watch this video and give a pause and start writing, because writing is most important, because in your exam you have to write, not to say. So you have to master writing. So what is time? Just normal day and night, and place here is Sergei's house. And who are the characters? No, I am not going to say, it is you who will say who are the characters. Number 1, yes, I want to hear from you. Number 1, say loudly where you are sitting. I know your father, mother, brother, they will say what he is or she is saying. Just forget about them. You just say loudly. Can you say? If yes, then quickly start saying. Number 1, the beggar. Number 2, Mr. Sergei, the advocate. And number 3, who is the third character here? Olga, the cook of the advocate, is the third character. So these are the characters in this part. Now comes problem. So who is having problem in this part? Quickly tell me. So wanted job to get money. Who wants job? It is the beggar is always having the problem. And who gives solution? Mr. Sergei gave solution. How? By giving him a cleaner employment. So in the beginning he was given wood, chopping wood, then some other activity, and finally he was given some cleaner employment. So here is a long list of difficult words, because I know there are so many difficult words for you, so I will just quickly pronounce it. So listen the pronunciation, that is also quite essential and important. Okay, so first one is hastened. Hastened means work quickly, sigra chaliba. Then rubbing. Rubbing means just moving hands backward and forward on any part of your body or somewhere or something. Ghasiba. Then wood shed, a shed where wood is stored. Katha gola. Then scarecrow, I have already shown you the picture. Then shrugged, raise a little to your shoulder. Then perplexity. Perplexity means in confusion. Irresolutely means lack of interest. Then gait means manner of walk. Then consent means to agree with. Agree with. Undermined means weakened or durbala hava. Inclination means interest. Glared means looked angrily. Wrathfully means angrily. Flung down to throw. Spat means it is the past tense of spit, S-P-I-T. Chepo pakaiba. Next comes pseudo teacher. Pseudo teacher means one who is just pretending as a teacher but not a genuine teacher. And scat means standing like a statue. Scat, standing like a statue, joda bhali thiya haba. Then billet, a thick piece of wood. And wavered means skidded, means chitki jiba ba slip kar jiba, khasi jiba. Then comes cautiously with caution. Vanish means disappear. And ruble, as we have already discussed, that is Russian coin. Then waif means one who is homeless. I have written here aimless, but the answer is homeless person. Shovel means, already you have seen the picture, remove snow with a shovel. Howling means pull and drag different furnitures. Then sober means serious, gloomy, depressed, tattered means in a poor condition, and employment means a job. So it's not possible to write all these words here, just give space, and after this video you will watch it again and write down all these things. Let us proceed. So here very interesting activity for you all, put the action words. This part is having a lot of action words. So one idea came to my mind, just put all the action words, not all, some of the action words I have here for you, and these activities are done by either Luskov or Mr. Sergey or Olga the cook, or done by nothing, no one. So I am doing some of these. So Hassan in the beginning you will find done by Luskov. No, it was Mr. Sergey who did it. And next rubbing means it was done by Mr. Sergey. I don't have time, so I can't write. It's your duty to write. I am just discussing. Then shrugged. Who shrugged in perplexity? It was Luskov. Not consented. All the negative activities done by beggar, and positive somehow Olga and Mr. Sergey. Then undermined, whose power was undermined? It was the beggar. Then glared, who glared at the beggar? It was Olga the cook. And next comes sobbed, it was again Olga. Banged, the door was banged by Olga. Sobbed means just giving a push. And scat, it was scat means sitting just like a statue, so it was again Luskov. Flung down Olga, then spat Olga. Wavered by none, vanished, it was Mr. Sergey's anger was vanished. Ashamed, who was ashamed? Sergey was ashamed. Then shovel, who shovel snow? Beggar. Hired, who was hired? Beggar was hired. By whom? By the advocate. No objection, it was the beggar has no objection to work. And tabbed. Finally the story ends when when Mr. Sergey tabbed. Tabbed to whom? To tab the back of Mr. Tab the back of the beggar, that is Luskov. So another activity that you will make some sentences using these verbs to get the summary of this part. So this is your homework, I am not going to do it. And finally here are some pictures with the name. So this is ruble, means the currency, Russian currency that you can see here, and scarecrow already you have seen, and here is the wood shed, where wood is just kept, and shovel means this activity is known as shovel, and this instrument is also shovel. And next comes choose the correct answer. Some MCQ questions, because in your exam you have to answer only the MCQs, so these are quite essential and important. So let us do quickly, or you will do it at your home on your own. You just tell me and we will go like that. Okay, let me do it on for you, but you have to write all the questions. So what is the name of Sergey? What is the name of Sergey's cook? Olga, Lencho, Luskov, Vicky. What is the name? Yes, I think Olga is the name of the cook. The beggar's strength had been undermined by strong alcohol, that is vodka. The beggar did not have slightest inclination for begging, teaching, singing and toil. This is something different. Toil means doing hard work. What is the name of the beggar? Finally we got the name, that is Olga. The waif made his appearance on the first day of the month. I have already said waif means one who is a homeless person, having no home on his own. So that person is known as the waif, W-A-I-F. So how much money did the beggar receive for chopping wood? For money you should remember three things. Number one, half a ruble for chopping wood, then 20 to 40 kopecks doing different activities on in different months, and last one is 1 ruble when Mr. Sergey was shifting to a new house. So how much money for chopping wood? It is only half a ruble was given for chopping wood. Okay, so just remember half a ruble was given for chopping wood. Sergey was dashed of himself for engaging the beggar in a menial labor. Menial labor means some physical labor. He was sorry, angry, ashamed, sorry and glad. He was very sorry and ashamed. So which of the following expression does not refer to lust of? I said so many words the writer has used for this beggar, the pseudo teacher, yes, the musician, no, but waif and mendicant, yes. So answer is the musician. Apart from money, even Das was sent out to the beggar. So what did he get? He also got a pair of shoes, a pair of new trousers, or a pair of old trousers, a pair of jacket. It is a pair of old trousers. Now what was the final advice of Mr. Sergei to Luskov? So finally he said not to drink vodka, or not to beg, or not to tell lies, or work hard and don't work. So it is work hard. So in this way you have to write and all these question answers I hope you will do, and we'll just complete this part here, and I hope you all must have got some interest, means you have understood what we have discussed in this chapter, and okay, let us move